Since the last video, I just cleaned up the scene a little bit, got rid of some extra things, and I put in what I'm calling a table with this scale, so I have some place to put all these objects. And I'm just going to make a quick material to throw onto that. Call this table. Just throw a color on here and drop it on there. There's our table. And good. Now I'm also going to rename this, call it chair. Sounds reasonable. And now I want to make a snap drop zone to place this chair into. So under packages, there's my snap zone, Unity, runtime, prefabs. There's the interaction snap zone. Just drop that in there. And it's rather huge. Let's scale that way down to like 0.2s, somewhere around that range. And we'll put it over there somewhere. So you can see this outer collider, sphere collider. That's the area that when I hold it inside of that sphere, it will light up the snap zone. And we are going to customize this to make it look like a chair, and then in the next video only accepting chairs, so you can't put the wrong object in there, which would be used for training applications. So there's a snap destination and its highlight, and right now it's just kind of the outline of this cube. But really just dropping in that snap zone right there. Let's see if that works. And each day I start over in VR, I have to enable Oculus Link inside of my headset. So there's the chair, and here's my hand. And when I move it within the sphere area, you can see it lights up. And if I let go, it snaps into position. Now, a couple of things I want to change. One is when I let go, I want it to kind of fly into position. The other thing is I want to change so it looks like a chair instead of it looking like that kind of rough cube look. So back here in Unity, the interaction snap zone, the parent object, there's the transition duration. I'm just going to put it at 1 second. We'll come back later to the snap validity, but that's where we're going to make it so it only accepts chairs. And this destination highlight, that's kind of the outline of a cube right now. There's that cube right there. All I'm going to do is take my model and drop it right on this mesh container, and I'm going to disable the cube one. So you can see that's kind of what the mesh will look like now, look like this fancy chair, and it should have a transition duration now, so let's try that. Okay, here's my chair. I always grab the wrong button. And there you can see when I highlight or move within the sphere area, it looks like a chair and it snaps right into position there. So I can take it out. One other interesting thing is this destination highlight. You can play around with that and put any position on that, any scale on that, but it's going to be awkward if I move this way out here because it'll look like it's going to snap here, but it's still got a destination of here. So if you change the highlight, you probably want to change the location to match because this is still set at 000. I'll show you what that awkwardly looks like. And here's my chair, drop it. And the destination was not where the highlight was. So you just want to make sure those match. So I went ahead and reset that so they're all back to 000. But I also want to make a translucent material so it kind of looks like a faded view of where I'm going to be dropping it. So I'm going to create material, call this translucent, and mode transparent. I'm going to leave it at white, but just set the alpha way down here to the 60s. And then this is my prefab of the fancy chair. Let's see if it'll let me just do this and drop one. Nope! Get to do them one by one. So I just dropped it on every single one of the pieces. There's probably a faster way. I don't know. Let's see what it looks like in VR. My hand. There it is. Pick it up. There, that translucent looks much nicer.